We're looking at stories that are very personal, that have that edge, whatever it is, and you know it when you read it. And and we want to design the covers and help with the whole process, and then getting it up, on the all the sites where we put our books.
I felt lost so many times in this process. I
Oh,
wanted
I
to give up
completely
a
lost.
million times. I didn't want to do it.
I'm wanting to give up. Why am I doing this? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's such a different process from the writing. The writing is fun for the most part. Of course, it's agonizing too, but this part of marketing is a whole different animal.
Anybody have a manuscript lying around, short story, poem, whatever you want help with, you want some insight with, please, that's what we do. We want to uplift writers, and not just people that write full-time like we do, but people that just do it part-time here and there, just to see.
When I was 5, I lived with my mother and father and older brother.
At least I could draw, I told myself.
It was just me, my cats, and my imagination.
Created protective cover, just enough where he could keep his underwear on. Hey, everybody. It is, in other words, podcast. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday evening? This is season 2, episode 8, Crimson Crow progress report with everybody. And so we thought we'd give you an update on where we are at with our stories and our anthologies, getting the webpage up, our book cover, and all the wonderful stories that will be coming here soon. Also want to let everybody know, if anybody's interested, I will be at Des Moines Pride, June 12th through the 14th, representing Crimson Crow Press and showcasing some of our literature, Jan and I's, and maybe we can talk about, some of the short stories coming ahead. Also, June 6th in Des Moines at the Unitarian Church, I will be there from 10 to 5 doing the Trans Festival, which I have for the last 8 years. So you guys know to see me there, and I of course can update you. Anybody have a manuscript lying around, short story, poem, whatever you want help with, you want some insight with, please, that's what we do. We want to uplift writers, and not just people that write full-time like we do, but people that do it part-time here and there, just to see. But yeah, so that's what's going on, busy. And then San Francisco may be here this summer, right, Jan?
Yeah.
I'll be coming out there, so I'm gonna be moving around.
Right.
But
We're worried Mal's not going to come back.
Yeah, I might not come back, everybody, if I'm in San Francisco. It might be a wrap.
Well, remember too, we're going to go down to Santa Barbara, then you're going to be in San Diego.
Yes, to see my sister.
So California, from north to south.
Yes, and if anybody has any wonderful restaurants or LGBTQ, it doesn't even have to be that, just little holes in the wall, but I'd love to know where some, gay bars to help promote some of the work I do, we do, excuse me, and libraries, coffee shops, restaurants, dance clubs, all that fun stuff. So definitely, I can't wait to travel up. That would be the first time I've ever done that in California. That'll be a lot of fun. Maybe I can make it to the Padres stadium. My sister is a San Diego Padres baseball fan. Right. So maybe I can make it and see a game there. So that would be fun.
Oh, how
who knows?
Great. Very fun. Very fun.
But yeah, Jan, so why don't you talk about where we're at with Crimson Crow, with the website, with Christian? Everybody's working hard on this stuff, and it's starting to come together.
Well, that's the thing. It really is starting to come together, and we not only do we want to publish, unknown people, because we feel like there are a lot of really good writers out there, and as you say, not just necessarily full-time, but people who have one piece they want to get out there or more than one. So in our anthology book, we've got about 15 short stories now, and it's quite a variety, which is what we wanted. And one of the things we're looking for is, everybody has a story, at least one story in them that maybe they want to write about. And most of them have some memoir part, but they're also mixed genre because some have, fantasy, Val LGBTQ. Her story is really kind of drama, and it's lovely. But we also have, a selection. My son was in the Navy. When he tells his Navy stories, they're hilarious. I try to get him to do as much as he can. So, I mean, we've got a lot and we want more, because if this book goes well, we want to do more of these anthologies. But Crimson Crow is really looking for, we're trying to describe what we're looking for: writers who have a story to tell with an edge, because most of us want to tell stuff that just happened in our lives, but it needs to be written with a bit of an edge. So that's what we're looking for. I know that's not terribly clear, but most people kind of get what we're talking about.
I think it's more the emotional, like, we like for me, if I'm moved emotionally in any way, like anger, sad, anything that moves me, and that's apparent in the world, or, it's just all, it connects us in the human experience, then I'm all in, it doesn't matter.
It's all in the writing for the most part.
And there are a lot of memoirs, but there's also at least one or two that I know of fiction pieces as well. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got fiction. We've got, I think one of them is kind of futuristic, sci-fi. We've got,
who's writing sci-fi?
Well, I would say Carol's has kind of gotten there.
Larry's is a little bit. I say Larry's.
Larry's
that's true.
Yeah. So
we have a little bit of everything, right? An eclectic, and then
and the website,
it's
going to be pretty comprehensive. And we're working on it, and it's going to be it's a work in progress, probably all the time, because we're going to be, we have to get used to using it and having it be a working website, because we want to do presentations from it. We want to, invite people to read from their work, and we'll do that too. I mean, we're kind of looking to expand and in a creative way.
Right. And we'll have our novels on there too, Jan. We'll be showcasing, and Pam is in the anthology. You and I are working on, I'm on my 4th novel, you're on your 5th. We'll be and our older work too. Karen, I sent you some stuff on that. Let me know if I did it right. Probably not.
Right.
But
and Val, that poem that you sent me, because you said, Carol, our editor said, "Oh, you're not really a poet." She's wrong. You're a poet. So we can do book poetry too.
I have 2 poems that I would love. I started writing poetry 15 years ago. I like novels better. But these last 2 poems that I wrote in the last 2 years, it's not something I do. I feel I like it. So
good.
I'd love to pull some poetry people in as well.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited too, because, we've been meeting with Christian. He's our webmaster. We've been meeting with him on Fridays just for progress reports and things. Yeah. And we talked to him last Friday about integrating our podcast from YouTube onto it as well. And I got him all the RSS feeds the other day, so he'll have that to put in there. But I'm excited about that. We'll be able to, everybody will be able to get, and audio will be on there too. So they can anybody that wants to, they don't have to go searching. They can go straight to our website. Yeah. I'm excited.
And then
it's so cool.
Our websites too, our writers' websites will be connected.
Yeah, we can blog. We can have, like you said, author readings, book readings, a book of the month. We can, help people with manuscripts, characterization, setting. I mean, just all these things that are going to poetry. All of Pam's our, techie, and our editor, and we all have different areas. We just want to lift artists up. Period. Right. Because it's not an easy road to navigate, especially being indie writers. Yeah, I always thought I wanted to be a traditional writer.
Well, everybody thinks that until you find out
what he thinks. Yeah,
what that means, and then it's
Yeah, you might be a really wonderful writer, a very wonderful, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get published by a traditional publisher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
realize how saturated the market can be until, you know,
Yeah.
we started getting into a writers group and stuff. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
But people need feedback. You need
Absolutely.
review. You need somebody you need a different perspective, or
Yeah.
otherwise you're just working.
Yeah, and that, you know, that we kind of write in a vacuum, but then we have to take it out there, and you know,
Yes.
we've learned.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm second guessing clients, and I'm like, oh God, I don't know. And then when it's sent out in an email, I'm like, oh God. When it's in the middle, I can't retract it. Nobody has it. It's just out there.
You just got to let it go. You just got to let it go, right?
I do this.
And, you know, I always get positive feedback, but I'm always
Yeah.
the mindset was, I don't know if it's good enough. I don't know. So just to get that one spark, really?
True.
Really? Could
Yeah.
set a whole series going.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah.
I read your
Getting
poem
the whole thing is great.
and I loved it.
You liked my poem? Thank you.
Oh yeah. I wish I could. I wish I could do
I
that.
always have women behind my poems. I don't know why. It's just, you know, it's just the life that I live, and I'm being silly.
But I would say,
Love motivates me. Love motivates me to create.
It's the angst. You throw your angst into your words.
My angst. Yes, I know. No, it really motivates me to write about love. That's what and healing and hope. That's what motivates me. And yeah, money would be nice, sure, you know, but
I know.
love and honesty and intimacy and all that.
Well, you know, having some people tell you, I loved your book. And I just had a friend, actually from our walking group, Catherine said, Jan, I read your book. And she's a therapist. She loved it. And I knew she'd read it, but she hadn't told me what she thought of it. So that it felt good. You know,
which book was it, Jan?
it was
Probably
Ancestors. Yeah. Ancestors. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You guys out there, one of the best endings. I'm going to tell you, no spoilers, of course.
Don't spoil it. I haven't finished it.
I'm not going to. Ken. One of the best endings. If you don't have a spiritual awakening from this ending from Jan, then you better check your pulse, because I don't know what's going on with you. I'm being serious. That's all I'm going to say. But it's fantastic, and everybody has their great areas. Jan's great at ending and settings, and
I want that book in a movie.
Yeah.
it could definitely.
That would be great. That would be so cool. I'm in the midst of editing Jan's book Looters right now, and it's phenomenal.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a really good
book. Yeah, and you know, the idea of, you know, the thing is, one book leads to another. I mean, it is a series, but until I've been in the current book, I don't know what the next one is going to be about. But Looters, I think I got the idea even in Ancestors, because we're talking a lot about archaeology, and I just discovered the whole world of looting.
We had my one job. I had one job to do business cards for everybody.
And they're gorgeous.
They got here. I packaged them up, sent them out with a typo. Now, here's how you spell liaison. I spelled it Liason. And it's really Liaison. It still looks weird.
It does look weird.
Yeah.
I would have misspelled it, but I have a spell check on my, my laptop. But otherwise,
sometimes they don't work though. The spell check, Jan.
That's right.
No, I know they
I'm
don't.
just saying.
That word I would have known to look up,
Yeah.
because it's just a weird word. It's a weird word.
I missed it.
Liaison. Are we going to do French?
Maybe
Yes.
I got him. I was like so excited because I pulled them out. I was like, guys, business cards came in, and then I turned it over and immediately texted, "Oh shit, Karen, you're gonna kill me."
Well, that's the weird thing. People can look at the same thing, look at as, the proof for 30 days.
Yeah, I missed
But
it.
when it's printed,
There it is.
it's
Boom.
just another way to catch stuff.
It is.
It is.
It's an expensive.
But I hand them out anyway. Hand them out anyway, and let's just
we'll get more.
People can, it's a story. People tell, did you know how liaison is spelled? Oh, right, you're right. It's misspelled. We did it on purpose because we wanted to see who would catch it. Ha ha ha.
Or the people that go, that's misspelled, don't you? I bet you were the brightest in your class.
You were.
Sit down.
I thought of myself as such a good speller too.
You are. That's just a weird word.
Oh, you guys, it's hilarious. You know how many mistakes I remember sending when my first novel, Different, I was doing it all by myself. I had no freaking idea what I was doing. I know a lot better now. I'm just saying. I sent stuff out with, what did I do? I had chapter 9, 12, 13. I was skipping chapter.
Yeah.
That's easy to do. That is easy to do. For sure.
It really takes, and that's again why we're promoting Crimson Crow Press and everybody's expertise, and we're all learning together, is because each one of us catches different things. Our brains work a different way, each one of us, and collectively, and that's why we want to pull in different artists at different stages, because I was having a conversation with my therapist that what I think is beautiful is that, somebody that, is a janitor out of school, that makes his 9 to 5, and then he comes home and he has stacks of collections of whatever he does, manuscripts around and novels in his dream, and I like to get the person that works the 9 to 5 that, just to pay bills, but they have their dream and it can happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting because there's a lot of people out there like that.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. The majority. Yeah.
Very talented, people working jobs.
That's what we're finding. And, again, what Karen and I think, when we started doing the covers for my books and it's a communal effort, and you have to get to a point where you love it and you let go. Okay.
Absolutely.
It's there. We've got it. Just like our cover for the anthology evolved from, I'm visiting Karen in Santa Barbara, and I said, I saw this thing at this kind of semi-furniture cool stuff store.
It's called The Well, and it's in Summerlin, and it's kind of outdoor,
indoor
groovy furniture, but most of it's gardeny stuff. And so here was this thing Jan wanted me to look at, and it's quite beautiful. Yeah, you were drawn to it, Jan.
I was. And Larry, I say, hey, Larry, look at this. It was up over like they had it outside. It looked, they create these little areas where it was like a barbecue area, and it was up on an outdoor mantle.
Yeah.
And it was just gorgeous. And I said, how much, how much is it? And it was actually affordable. So, and I'm walking around and thinking, So then I got Karen down there. I said, maybe the cover of our book, who knows? And at first, I think we thought it wouldn't work for that, but then we came around to it.
I like
it.
it.
We tried to make it work as an abstract thing on the website, but it got too complicated.
Right. And then
so for a book cover, I think it just sings. So the funny thing is, we've had some criticisms. One person, Pam, thought it looked like a flower. Good.
I did, yeah.
Somebody thought it looked like snakes, the dark one. Right. I think it's great. And Christian thought it looked like a mushroom. I'm like, okay, good. That means you're looking at it.
I think it looks like a crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember her saying grapevines, but that's got to be. No, I don't know what it is. We'll have to find out what it.
I thought I remember that too. So maybe we're right, and we'll go find out. But I could not find the guy. Apparently, the guy in Texas who makes them, and I couldn't find him, so
Okay.
I'll have to go back.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll do some more research on that.
we'll do some more. Yeah, but
So
anyway,
we didn't use it on the website. We're keeping our website cleaner. So we put it on the short story book, and I had the dark one first.
Yeah.
And I still like it. After the criticism of looking like snakes, I thought we should brighten it up a little bit and give it kind of a place. Yeah. So now it's got a stone background and a little leafy thing, and it's organic and it's outside, and that feels good. And it's some, for the website, I was like trying to make it work conceptually. We shape things. We shape a manuscript. We
do. We weave it. We do. We weave it in and put it together. And that's clearly what this person did. And I had a friend years ago who used to make something very similar. And I had her piece of her artwork out of seaweed. This is not seaweed because I learned my lesson. If seaweed gets rained on, it dissolves back into slithery kelp.
Oh, really?
It hardens, and you have to keep it inside, though. And I made the mistake of, for some reason, putting it outside, and it got rained on. Bye-bye. But this is the same shape, so I've always been drawn to this.
Huh? And it's huge, guys. It's 4 feet. It's like 3.5 wide.
Wow.
And it's very heavy.
So it's a thick vine.
What is it made out of? Is it metal?
No, it's a vine.
Okay. Wow.
We think maybe it's grapevines. Something like that. It's hard. If the consistency is hard, it could tolerate the rain.
Okay.
But it's it's woody. It's woody. It's really woody.
It is. Right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But it is set on a base, so there is 2 things holding it up.
When I was a little girl, that's why I said the little girl, little boy.
When you were little.
When I was little.
Well, when you were a little boy.
I ran around. I sure did, with my shirt off and getting yelled at. That didn't last long, till about 11. Then we had to stop that. But,
yeah, I know, and you can't do it.
The purple one. My dad had a grapevine that grew on the side of his house, and and I haven't seen that vision in years. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it looks like to me. Because we used to get big purple grapes on it, and the snakes, the gardener snakes, would eat them.
Oh,
really?
The grapes.
Oh,
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, definitely organic. And also like a nest. It looks like a nest too. I love it.
It does. Yeah, because I have the blue jays are made their nest right outside my window here. It's not unlike that. It's all woodsy, and it's really interesting how
I picked up a bird's nest from outside. It is on my mantle. I love it so much. Yeah. And somebody was looking at it, and he goes, where the birds are getting these fibers? And I'm like, no, I don't. He said, the palm trees, they.
Oh, right.
I mean, I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's right.
That's cool.
My mantle.
That's cool.
Yeah. You can put fur outside. Oh, sorry, for their nest. I put fur, like I'll clean my cats.
Oh yeah, no, they'll use our dog fur too. I found
it. Use it in the nest.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
I love it. I think it's a very interesting cover. It's it makes you look twice to try to determine what it is. I love that, and it fits the title of the book too that we chose.
Yeah.
The Edge of Ordinary. I really like it.
Yeah.
So we started with the dark one, which I still love. I like them all. Little palette thing. The one in the center was okay, but we all like the golden one. I like it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. That's the one, and that's how it happens. You don't know until you've done it. Oh, that's the one. And usually it's just an increment more for whatever reason. Yeah.
Right.
All my covers were like that. Remember, Karen, you'd send me 2, 3, and I like them all. It's hard to decide, but then I'd stare at them and then I'd choose one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with Wild Dandelion because I loved all of them.
You did.
Yeah. They were all fun.
They were all fun, but there's got to be one little itty bitty speck of something that sends it over the top where I connect more than with the others.
Can you believe we did that on digital, digitally on a computer? I mean, just us talking and Zoom or however we did that. And I remember it was Jan that said, no, you said that, Karen, this takes place in the desert. And I'm like, oh, duh, it's got to be warm, right?
Yeah. That might be a problem.
I know. That's what, yeah.
It's in the desert.
I've only seen the finished products that you've made, Karen, and they're all beautiful. All of them are just fantastic.
We're not going for slick. It's got to be something that is personal. It has to have all the elements of the story.
Oh my God, you see looters. Now that was hard for me.
Yeah, right.
Because come on.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
The guy is making 3D. He's using a 3D printer to make art. That's how he's making forgeries.
Well, to make his fake.
Yeah, but he's a fake. So you're doing it original with the original, like a vision of an extension of the author and writer. This person is a fake. So that fits.
Yeah,
it did.
The Gwinnell Lioness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
I remember
cool
when I
itself.
Yeah. Have you come to that, Pam, the Gwinnell Lioness?
I have not yet.
Okay,
good. No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. I can't wait.
Yeah, I did this with Jan in writing class. We went through the whole manuscript, so I know. And then I read Ancestors, so yeah, no spoilers, but yeah, and and it has to be personal and it has to mean something. Absolutely, I didn't even know that. I was going to name 1,001 dandelions is what I was going to name it. And then I was like, no. And then I'm like, wild dandelion. I'm like,
oh,
yeah. It's so small. It's a little bit of just a little bit, And like Jan, you and Karen, you and Pam, all you guys, you're an extended vision of people that we want to work with, and when you can collaborate with somebody that can explain your vision and enhance it with their own and with yours, it's just a wonderful collaboration. So yeah, all this is great.
Well, it is. It's a wonderful collaboration. And what's interesting is it's very difficult to know exactly what you want until you're doing it.
Absolutely.
It evolves. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh yeah. Oh, I see it, but hadn't seen it before. So it's a process. And so that's what we do. And I think, you get a publisher and they're going to slap on a cover that they think will sell. And it probably has nothing to do with you or even your book. It just looks good.
One of the girls out of my other writers group, she got picked up by an agent, and the book that she had written, we had all read and we had all given suggestions and helped her edit it. And it was a gorgeous book, beautiful, absolutely beautiful story. And when she posted a TikTok saying, hey, I got picked up by an agent, I was like, I'm so excited for you. And she's like, can't wait for you to read it. It's absolutely not the same story that it was before. They've changed everything.
Yeah.
I was devastated. Because it was such a good story. They changed the story.
Yeah, that changed the story.
But
I had that similar experience with Wild Rose Press. I was almost published with Hunter. I was this close. I wish I would have known you then, Jan, but I was this freaking close to getting published with a small, what is it, boutique? How do you say it? What is it?
Vanity Press.
A small, like, you know,
Yeah.
No, it was a small boutique, a small press.
Okay.
And they wanted me to take so many things out of my story. And I'm like, I would have to completely rewrite my story. I can't do that.
Right.
I can't, I can't take out certain things,
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. And it's like, they don't have your best interest. This is a hands-on press. We are hands-on, and all of us have our hand in it. Ha ha ha. Right.
It feels like it's just money. Period.
Right.
No personality, just money.
Exactly.
Well, I think the publishing business is about making money, and
it has to be to some extent, but
the author is sort of the last person to have a say, unfortunately. And I think it didn't used to be that way, but now it is. And as you know, a lot of junk will sell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at stories that are very personal, that have that edge, whatever it is, and you know it when you read it. And and we want to design the covers and help with the whole process, and then getting it up, on the all the sites where we put our books, and encourage and bring in resources as we go along, because we're collecting research. I mean, a lot of the people I've met just in this process are also good editors. Like this one woman who, Heather, who presented her short story, which I love, but she is also a professional writer and editor. So I had her edit my introduction to this book, and she did a great job.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
do you guys remember the scene in Amadeus where the king tells Mozart to take out some notes?
I don't, but I love.
Just take out some notes. It's too long.
Yeah. Just cross this out and put it here.
I forget what was Mozart's reaction.
Oh, that didn't go over very well.
No,
which notes do you like taking out?
No, which ones
notes? It's too long.
We can also workshop too, you guys. I was thinking about that because I've done just a couple workshops, but it's been fun too. I had a small workshop about a month ago with about 10 other writers, and I was blown away by the depth of some of this work. I was like, oh my gosh. So if you're interested in workshopping with any of us, or together collectively, or just on something you want to work on, like characterization, setting, I mean, it's all breaking it down and then you pull it all together.
Yeah.
And we just happen to learn that process by trial and error. We want to give back, our hand in it, to other writers. Because I know what it's like. It can you feel lost. I felt lost so many times in this process. I wanted to give up a million times. I didn't want to do it.
I'm wanting to give up. Why am I doing this? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's such a different process from the writing. The writing is fun for the most part. Of course, it's agonizing too, but but this part of marketing is a whole different.
Mm-hmm.
It is
a whole different animal.
It is
100%. And you need help. Everybody needs help doing it.
For sure.
But everything's so different. I mean, these days.
It is.
So there's a lot of predatorial
digital
people out there. Predatorial people that, like exactly what you said, Jan and Pam, that they'll just smack a cover on there. They're not cheering for you. They're just trying to get numbers to sell. It's not an individual, it's just, they're just no marketing, sitting on the shelf, and it just sits there.
When John got his book published, Anatomy of Victory, he wanted a kind of a collage of all these iconic photos, like Nixon and Churchill. And so I spent hours kind of moving them around and blending them.
Sorry.
And so when the publisher did it, it was all straight edges. And I'm like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't just take my PDF. They had to recreate the whole thing. And I had to hold their hand the whole way to.
Yeah. Yeah. And it happens to everybody get overcharged in this industry, and it puts a bitter taste in your mouth.
Well,
that's why it's really nice that we
does.
work together for quite a while now, that we trust each other implicitly. You have to trust the people you're working with. And that's another thing too. And you can have creative differences. You can have creative differences with us, and that's okay. We want to bring your voice the best forward that we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what about for the future, guys? What do we got everybody looking for? Like I said, I forgot to say I'll be in Florida May 15th through the 18th. If anybody,
Cool.
that would be fun. And then
Traveling fool.
I am, and I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hate it. I mean, I do, but I don't. I hate traveling. I like getting there, but I don't like the process.
Yeah, once you get there, but it's the traveling that's so
with the delays and everything, and flights being canceled.
Airports are fascinating.
They are.
People watch.
Oh yeah,
people watching.
Oh,
and you
sure.
can't do anything on the plane once you're there. So
yeah, I just listen to music, or like when I was in Las
stressful,
Vegas.
though. It's just stressful.
It is very stressful.
Yeah.
Can't
go crazy.
Yeah, we're going to close it out here. So everybody stay tuned. We appreciate you tuning in. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an insight of what's going on with us. It is expanding and improving and fleshing out every day. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and we'll talk to y'all later. Keep writing. Keep writing.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.